there, Aries. Welcome to a love reading for May 2024. It's Raina here. Somebody asked me recently, are you going to do love readings again? And I used to do love readings every month, but at some point I kind of like stopped doing them. And sporadically, I have been uh, doing them here and there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm doing it for this month of May, and this is for single people as well as couples. If you are coupled, this reading is intended for people who are struggling in their relationship. If you are having a wonderful relationship, what is the reason for looking at your love life? Um, I honestly believe that most Aries people wouldn't do that, but I was gonna say maybe if you have like your moon in Pisces or or Cancer or Scorpio and Venus in Pisces or something, and you're like, okay, when is the other shoe gonna drop? This is too good. Okay, so let us begin. I'm using the what's it called? Modern Witch Tarot. I'm really like connecting with this deck. There's just something about it. I really like cardstock and I like glossy cards. But I'll probably end up getting another deck because one of the cards went underneath my chair and kind of like got a little bit bent. But I'm still using it. It just is like I don't want it to be so distinguishable that I would know when I'm picking it, you know? So here we go. Wow. I can't think of anything that would speak more to relationships or even like a new situation coming in than some of these cards. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Empress card. This is a card that is connected to love. You can see with that heart the symbol of Venus. So this card connects with the two signs ruled by Venus, Taurus and Libra. So perhaps some Aries people are involved with either one of those individuals. Actually, Libra is your opposite sign, Aries, and we did have an eclipse in Libra back in March, a lunar eclipse. And so that means that this was in your seventh house of committed partnership. Okay, so that could have eclipsed out a committed relationship of some sort. And also brought up some kind of hidden matter within that relationship. That doesn't mean that if there's a hidden matter, it's automatically that everything is kaput, but it could certainly have been a shock. When I get the Tower card, I often think of eclipses too. So, yeah, this is an area of your life because of the eclipses, these two areas of the self and the other that are really a theme for you in 2024. And even going, actually, even in 2025, there's going to be another solar eclipse in your sign in late March of 2025. So um, the idea of this is like the self versus the other. For Aries people, a lot of times the self is well developed, maybe overdeveloped, and then sometimes you have to allow other people into your life and that you have to give them attention because you might be very self-focused and it makes it hard to build a good relationship under those circumstances sometimes. So, the Empress can be motherhood, and I would extend that to parenthood. So if you are someone that maybe has kind of been like the Knight of Wands, where you have kind of skirted from, you may feel like now is the time when you want to settle down, for instance, or you want children, especially children. That's what this specifically can mean. Um, you know, have you gotten someone pregnant, or are you a woman who is pregnant? I was going to say a birthing person. Are you a birthing person who's pregnant? Okay. In the past position, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is a card of patience as you're allowing something to grow. Because this is a love reading, we're going to speak on love, relationships. If you are single, these cards, the Seven of Pentacles, can mean that in some cases, maybe you have it's been hard for you to actually wait around like, because Aries people tend to have to be impatient. And so the Seven of Pentacles is about, it's like that person is watering. I like how they have the body language on this person, that she is kind of has her arms folded, like she's kind of a little bit impatient, like she's saying, okay, is this going to grow the way I want it to grow? And it's in the past position. So if you're single, you may have been kind of like, I don't think this is going to go anywhere, and you just kind of bailed. Or maybe you I don't know how many Aries people would do this, but some people will overstay. They will stay in a relationship over the time that they should, for whatever reason. Maybe there's something that they like about that person, or um, and they it's obvious that it's not going to go anywhere, but they stay in that situation, and then it like creates a problem because they're looking for love and they can't find it with that individual, so it's kind of a blockage. But I would say that perhaps for people that are in a blooming relationship, that maybe this time you stuck around a little bit longer, and now you have what it is that you want. But it can be a little bit scary if you are not used to being in a relationship, especially one that you feel very deeply. If you're single and none of what I said resonates, then simply, I feel like with the Empress, you may be welcoming love into your life. And so, whether you have been patient enough or not, that's up to you to decide. The higher message, the spiritual message, is the Two of Cups. This is a card of commitment. Aries, you're very freedom loving because you're a fire sign. Very expansive. Fire is expansive. Doesn't mean Aries people can't settle down. They do so all the time. But this is a card also of reuniting with someone. So maybe you have gone through a bunch of relationships because the one person that you want is the one that you're not with. So we just had a Mercury retrograde in your sign. We're still in the shadow phase as the month of May begins until mid-month. So it is possible that backwards energy is still in play. But the point is that during a Mercury retrograde, you may hear from people in your past, and it was in your sign. So there you go. So it is possible that some of you actually connected with someone from your past, and maybe you had, with the Seven of Pentacles, maybe you never gave up on that relationship, and you just always were watering it, nourishing it emotionally, energetically, from afar. What crosses you is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card that is connected with, if we just look at it in general, this is a card of inheritance, of big money, affluence. But that would be for a more general reading, or for money career reading. I would, in the upright position, the Ten of Pentacles for love can indicate enduring love that again, it's right underneath the Empress. It can be like generational wealth, but we look at it not for the wealth factor, but the generations. And talking about love, when you have pentacles in a love reading, it's about groundedness. Fire energy is not grounded. It's chaotic. It's untamed. It's very wild. And there's a place for that in life, but that's more like when we talk about passion, it can be more like affairs, affairs of the heart, things that are more short lived. And with pentacles, it's like the earth element. So it's very enduring. Okay. But it's in the challenge position. So it might be that some Aries people are not respecting that energy enough, that you may chase after the thing that makes you feel excited versus the thing that can leave you with a feeling of peace. Aries is a very interesting sign. You're very energetic, and you're very, you like to live on the edge, but when it comes to relationships, that's not necessarily the best idea. Oh, another thing too, I always associate the Ten of Pentacles with Capricorn. So this, for those people who are with a Capricorn person, it could be that this is saying that this person is not, um, partner material, and especially, or even parent material. And usually I would say that they would be, a Capricorn person. And the reason I say Ten of Pentacles is Capricorn, I don't know that to be a fact, but the 10th house is Capricorn and Pentacles is Earth, so that's where I got that from. And that's a sign that squares you off, so that could be a person that you're with, and maybe there was that attraction, but now there's this sense of a lot of conflict. And that's kind of also indicated with these two cards, that they represent that kind of that square, that impasse. I have this magic wand with an amethyst, so I should be using that more often for pointing. What is coming in is the Seven of Swords. If you are single, and this is really important to look at your natal chart, because the first thing I thought about was Uranus in Taurus, and that would depend on what your seventh house looks like, or even your fifth house, because for some people, if Uranus is running through either your fifth or your seventh, I'm talking about the transit, then it may be a time when being in a relationship or even being in love is going to feel too confining for you. So you might be doing your own thing. If you are involved with someone, you may find out that they are cheating. This is a deceptive card. And this would probably be something that you already had some notion about. But sometimes Aries people kind of are oblivious to details, and they're kind of, interested in the bigger picture than in the little details of life. Also, what else did I want to say? This could be somebody that you are dealing with who is an air sign. So obviously Libra, but also Aquarius, and the other air sign is Gemini. So it could be that. But if you are involved in a relationship, you might be wanting to kind of ease out of that bad relationship without the other person feeling like you're just rejecting them. So you might be trying to do it with a lot of finesse rather than just kind of in your face, because Aries people tend to be in your face and blunt in speech and saying, look, I'm just not that into you anymore. And you might not want to go there with this person. The outcome is the Queen of Swords. This is about needing to make a decision. Also, this can indicate added detachment, head over heart, and you may have a big heart and you may, be sensitive to somebody else. Even as a single person, the Queen of Swords, um, I, it's funny. I was going to say if you're a water sign, I'm like, no, you're doing this for Aries. What are you talking about? But some Aries people may have a lot of Pisces because that's a sign adjacent to you. So if you consider yourself kind of like an overly sensitive person, maybe you have your moon in a water sign or something or whatever, and you just feel like you're in this impossible situation, just realize that you don't have to do everything overnight. If you feel like you want to leave a relationship, you can see a counselor, a marriage counselor by yourself, and you can try to figure out a game plan. You can go to a spiritual healer and see what kind of blockages you might have within your system that are preventing you from maybe being more independent, being more, even more available emotionally sometimes. Queen of Swords can be a lot better than the King of Swords in terms of emotional availability, but still, this is a card of somebody who may have even been through a lot and is trying to kind of put their emotions on a shelf right now so that they can make the best decision possible for themselves. And whenever there's a two, you also should know that there can be a decision that has to be made. So, okay, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer, and I have a package deal for those people who maybe have never had a natal chart analysis, but it also includes my transit reading for the next 12 months. And it's called my deep dive reading, and it's a package deal because you're ordering two readings at the same time, so you get a discount for that compared to ordering them separately. I have love readings. I have all kinds of readings. Yeah, I should be talking about my love reading since I'm doing a love reading here. Yeah, if you're interested in a love reading, if you're interested in career, I have all of those. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at rainamoonastrology.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.